Hello and happy Tuesday. Hope that you're doing well. And today we're going to take a look at these areas as interpreted through the tarot: money, relationship, career, and well-being. So let's see what God is going to inspire and bring through, and how I am going to be able to interpret these for all of us. So let's take a look and see what we have in store. Jumpy. It's gonna be a little jumpy. Okay. Relationship. Trying to find my way here. Using different shuffling techniques and spreading. Just giving it a chance for the universe to give us what we need, and see how it's going to flow through in the interpretation side. So, funny, right? How are you? Did you have a good day yesterday? All right. We will stick with the karma cards for the collective draw and see what's going to fall out. All right. Okay. Let's see what we have in the area of money. Oh, some strength, some recovery. So for you traders, definitely there's going to be some really good gains, some really good positions, something about, holding firm with the sectors that you are jumping into. So a positive thing. Okay, on the collective, we're coming into a sense of power, a sense of strength. It's interesting how one day you could feel down, and then the next day, you see things from a different perspective. Something happened that gave you an opportunity to reflect or how the universe works. And those of you that are beginning to understand its intensity as you stay focused on, what is working in your life, you begin to come from a stronger place. So financially, definitely, you start looking at your blessings. You start seeing where your strengths are, and from there you begin to build. And definitely from there you can move onward. You do have, when you do look at it from that point of view, there are a lot of things to be grateful for, and that gives you the strength to continue to make plans, continue to forge on, and have that faith that you need, that that you are being divinely guided, and that there is a basis of support here. Relationship. Ooh, this is beautiful. Continued on from yesterday's theme, even though this is in the minor deck with the Three of Cups. Definitely there is going to be something that you'll be celebrating, some news, something that you've received it recently that gives you that hope of celebration, of coming together, of friendships, of partnerships, of celebrating these unions. And also, I also see something about communication. There is a wonderful, you're in a good place right now, because maybe it's experience, maybe it's maturity that has given you enough foundation right now to see and how to harness the power of communication. And communication is a two-way street. There's the process of speaking words that help you convey what is in your heart, but also knowing when to listen, when to give that pause so that the other person feels validated, and that they have that place in your heart, that they feel safe, and that they know that you understand them. I love that. Let's look at career. Okay. Interesting. This is a little bumpy, considering that yesterday we were still bumpy on this area, or in this area. But this is a caution that I'm receiving, that there could be someone in your work, in your field of interest, in your circle, whether it's academic, or it is your job or your business, but someone that you're going to need to be very careful, someone that is mentally manipulative. And for what gains, I don't know. It's not being revealed here, but there is a collective. That means that there is more than one of you that is experiencing this, and that's why it's being drawn for me to share this. So maybe you need to be aware of this and kind of put your antenna out. Not so much that they're going to stab you, but is so that you can be the bigger person and be careful how you say what you is in your heart, and rather come from a place of love and compassion and also protection, so that you're not hurt in the process. Maybe that person does not have ill intention, or maybe that person does. So when it comes to your career, protect what you have. You've worked hard for it, and be careful of manipulators, mental manipulators. Well-being. In the area of well-being, I have learned through the course of my interpreting cards that this card, whether upside down or right side up, has been normally a card of good omen. So even though it's upside down, this is just one for you to kind of, what I'm getting about your body, be careful not to push yourself too much. You may have a lot of things that you might extend yourself, whether it's in your circle of influence or at work, or with the things that you're doing right now, that you're just being giving too much. So this is just a little bit of pull back a little bit, make sure that you are taking care of yourself, so that you can continue keeping your pillars strong. So this is just a little caution not to overextend yourself, and just to balance things out as you have been in the past. So this is like a little, hey, red flag, check yourself, not to overdo things, not to overextend yourselves, not to give too much of your energy away, because the way you've been doing things, it's been just right. So continue on the path, and just have that little yellow sign of caution. Let's look at the collective here, and I see that it is showing up in the houses. Which one is it going to be? And this is not so much of action, but more on the esoteric, and it is in the spiritual, regaining your spiritual values. Go back to basics. In the mental, what are your long range thinking? What are you thinking? Is that way of thinking going to help you in the future? And I also like how it's talking about travel. Maybe a little travel you're thinking of in the very near future. And in the physical, what is to be shared? So sharing your values, and also how you think, and maybe also traveling is in order to help you share more of the experiences in life. And I love that because it is showing up in the 9th house. And in the 9th house, we are covering things of the mind, things that are expanding our horizons, expanding not only our horizon, but also the way we think. And this might also mean, finding things that we can remain optimistic about, life, about the things that are happening in our life, as well as being creative, expanding in different areas, whether it's education, whether it's a traveling, an adventure, our philosophies, our values, and just kind of growing furthermore. And I love that. And I love the beautiful imagery here, as you can see, with the air balloons. A while back, for my husband's birthday, I invited us all to experience a beautiful air balloon ride in Florida, and that was so beautiful. If you haven't done so, try and put that as one of your adventures, because that experience is so blissful as you're up in the sky and there's no noise. Once they stop that air pumping in the balloon, you're floating, and it's so magical. But anyway, here you have it. Definitely a lot of beautiful messages here for today as we continue to embark through the month of August. And if you haven't done so, hit the like button, leave me a comment, let me know you were here, and subscribe to my channel.